back to Big Brother CCX. I'm Taya, that's Tamaj, and this is Rainy. Look at her outfit, I know, so cute. And today we're reacting to How to Get Away with Murder. Mama's Here Now, Season 1, Episode 13.
Yeah, last we left off, Wes is investigating Rudy, the person that lived in his apartment. Hannah's still stalking the crew because she just knows something else is up. She, asked Bonnie for some help, and Bonnie is the one left out of the loop. Annalise framed her boyfriend, what was his name, Nate, and he got arrested for the crime, which is kind of dirty, but she's thrown him under the bus before, but she was hurt by it, and then she called her mama, and mama's here now, so.
And she hadn't talked to her in like 8 years, something around there.
So let's go, and then I think one of her lies was that she was out visiting her mom.
It was, on
she
New
was in the
Year's.
It was over Christmas too.
Yeah.
Cause Hannah was like, "Are you avoiding me?" So I don't know if that's gonna backfire or not. But yeah, let's get into it, y'all. For one of the reactions are available on Patreon.
I felt bad for him, but he did cheat on his wife.
He got permission though. At the end,
Who cares?
his wife. Remember, she said she wants him to move home.
Tomato, tomato.
He don't deserve this though. I'm sorry.
He
Currently, officers are searching Mr. Leahy's home and vehicle for additional evidence that may link him to Sam Keating's murder.
You put Sam's ring in the woods? Thank you.
Nate has footage of Frank doing some
That better not be real.
breaking and entering and stuff like that, playing evidence. So if you want to fight this, he might have a good case because he was stalking them too.
Can't fake alcohol be like a trigger or something?
Wow. You even know how to kill a natural high.
Scabies infestation a few weeks back. Close your eyes.
I only talked to him a couple times. Yeah, no, I understand. I just don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I'll be right.
The police?
They saw that I called Nate's phone that night.
Oh shoot, he put some of these people in here.
Anna? Anna, you there?
Here's her mama.
Can I help you?
You always leave the door open for folks to walk in off the street?
I've seen her a couple times.
With all the murders and criminals y'all got around here, it seems to me to be a little more careful.
Not
All
right.
it is.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're not taking on any new clients at present. So
Clients, don't you know a VIP when you see one?
Stop playing with her.
Your boss came out of my V and her daddy's P. So show a little respect for her mama. Now, my daughter, where is she?
She ain't got out of bed.
So, no low count, sorry ass husband who I said don't marry, couldn't keep his Peter in his pants and went slept with a white woman. Then the fool goes and kills the white woman when he finds out that she has his bun in her nasty oven. And after that,
Ain't
your
nothing like waking up to when I told you so.
boyfriend kills the no good husband
Well,
and gets himself arrested.
we didn't even need
And
to
you,
recap. She just gave
now,
it.
ain't got no husband, ain't got no boyfriend, and you hold up in this bed like the Queen of Sheba. Oh, I'm all into this one. I know what you've been up to. Calling me up, talking about, I need you. Hell yes. Running around here like you somebody. Get up. Smell like somebody's dying in here. Come on. Get your butt up out this bed and get in the shower.
Oh, mama ain't playing.
Get up.
All right, baby.
Look, she had to switch modes. All right, tough love is done. Nurturing mama.
Mama's here now and everything's gonna be all right.
She don't play.
Nate's phone shows
See
he
where she
talked
gets
to her
her.
back at the day Sam died. The police wanted her to come in as soon as possible. Annalise can prop her.
Frank says she hasn't left her room since Nate was arrested.
You know, we should all go give her a hug. Thank her for saving our butts.
how can you celebrate the fact that an innocent man might go to jail for us?
I'll go talk to her.
No, he won't. She's sick, and we have a new case to prep.
How? You just said that Annalise is sick.
I'm handling the case.
Oh,
That must be our client.
I thought we weren't taking on a new
Honestly,
client.
Bonbon get her legal eagle on.
Justice!
Helping people just always made me feel better about myself.
What?
Which is why this is so hard.
I mean, doctors can kill a patient and keep their jobs, but for a nurse, we don't get off so easy. And I get it, why people would think I did this. But this will ruin me. I'll be forced onto some sexual predator registry, but I didn't do what that man says, I promise you. I didn't rape him.
Imagine you go into the hospital for a routine surgery, and you wake up to find your nurse on top of you, sexually assaulting you, your genitals exposed. Imagine the degradation, the humiliation. That's what Chad Manning felt when Jolene Samuels raped him at his most vulnerable.
Chad Manning is not telling you the truth, but I will. She didn't even have sex with Mr. Manning. This case, rather, is clearly about Mr. Manning trying to pressure my client's employer into a financial payout. Because Jolene
is a woman, and Chad is a man. But I'm going to ask you to forget everything you know about rape.
Is a heinous act suffered by hundreds of thousands of victims yearly, some of whom Jolene has cared for.
This is a crime not about sex. It's about power. And anyone can be a victim.
Of slanderous allegations that are unfounded and could very well endanger her livelihood. For that reason, you should find Jolene Samuels guilty. Not guilty, that was a slip, excuse me.
Bonnie?
My point being, Jolene Samuels is innocent. We will prove that to you.
No, she should have said it guilty
So she's no Annalise.
of.
No. How much practice has she had?
How would you cover that
So
up?
Miss Keating is not the
If
lead
you
lawyer in
said
this case
guilty.
anymore?
Well, she just corrected herself.
Miss
That's the only thing she
Rosenbaum,
could
I
do.
work for the hospital. If you lose this case, you open us up to an extremely large civil suit. That opening statement was an abomination.
It won't happen again, I guarantee that.
A good lawyer knows that there's no such thing as a guarantee in a courtroom. So just do better.
Guilty
Dr.
until
Grimes,
proved.
you examined Mr. Manning the day he reported the sexual abuse?
Alleged abuse.
Alleged sexual abuse.
That's correct.
And you noted bruising to Mr. Manning?
He had a large bruise on his left testicle, resulting from the sexual attack.
Your witness.
What medication does it say he was given before surgery?
Heparin. It's a blood thinner.
And can you confirm that blood thinners are known to cause bruising post-surgery?
Yes.
Bruising which could have easily spread towards his testicles.
I wouldn't say easily.
But it could happen.
Yes.
Nothing further. The prosecution has an eyewitness that claims he saw Jolene raping Chad.
Someone got a free peek show.
We need some way to discredit this witness.
Put an innocent man in jail, and I'm assuming Annalise wouldn't do that without a plan in place to get him off, right?
At least was charming when she asked me stupid questions. I shut up. Here she comes.
Now shut up.
You were dating a man named James Smalley several months ago when he had surgery at Middleton Hospital, correct?
Mr. Smalley, is it true your ex-girlfriend took care of you during your hospital stay?
Rosa? Yeah, but don't believe anything that bitch says.
Sir.
So we shouldn't believe her when she told us that you suffered a TIA during your surgery.
Objection.
Due process. It's relevant to his testimony.
Overruled.
So did your doctors report that you had a TIA that day?
Yes.
A TIA is a small stroke. Possible side effects include memory loss, vision impairment, and disorientation, all of which could explain why Mr. Smalley would have thought he saw something he didn't. The witness can be excused.
And discredited like we were, like we thought. But I ain't gonna get too excited because I don't know if she did it or not. We've seen stranger things.
Don't tell me you're saving where that sister is. Has she been skulking around with that I smell some bad face yet?
I'm not ready to get rid of his things just yet.
These suits are too good to go to waste.
Stop it.
Talonis can use them for his job search.
I said stop it. These are a man's possessions. They're not just cheap hand-me-downs that you put in a poor box at church.
And you're too proud for hand-me-downs from a poor
Everyone is too good for hand-me-downs in a poor box, Mama.
Oh, you want to sing that song again?
Forget it.
Our house burned down to the ground, and we were left with nothing. And still, your face was clean, your belly was fed, and your butt was covered. I took care of you. I protected you.
Did you?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Don't sass me, Anime.
Anime.
Annalise.
Anime is a beautiful name.
Mama, how many times have I
She
asked
changed her
to
name.
call me?
This is the first
No,
time.
this is not the first time.
First time in person. I ain't never been invited up in here, have I? To Annalise Keating. Fancy ass, rich house. You get rich, you give yourself a rich name. Annalise, your name is Anna Mae. Something else your mama gave you from the poor box.
I'm not saying that the name wasn't good enough. I'm telling you that I changed it, and I'm just asking you to respect the fact that I changed it and to honor my request.
What the hell are you talking about? Huh? Respect the fact and honor your request? Who the hell do you think you are, Oprah? I'll wipe your ass and I'll call you anything I want.
I'm not messing with this mama.
You go ahead and you take Sam's things, okay? Just take them all.
Anyway.
And she was serious. I'm calling you Anna Mae. That's what I named you.
What? Kill Sam. You can tell Mama. God is the only judge.
And she was complicit.
How much is this rich house anyway? Huh? Too much, I bet.
Mr. Fowler,
Gonna
as the
regret you
tech
called her.
expert assigned to this case, did you find any relevant evidence on the defendant's personal computer?
Yes, last night actually.
Objection. I find the timing of this discovery extremely questionable.
That's for me to decide, Counselor. Miss Samuel's search history disclosed that she often visited an online forum called filthylittlesecret.com. It's a forum where users disclose details of their sexual exploits.
Including rape.
Objection. Lack of foundation until the evidence is presented to the court.
Thank you for the drum roll, Miss Winterbottom. Mr. Fowler, can you read the highlighted entry she made here?
A girl like me doesn't get too many opportunities to have mind-blowing sex in her life. So when I got the chance to screw one of the sexiest men I've ever seen, I jumped on it. Or rather, straddled it. And I held on for dear life. It was truly the best sex I've ever had. And get this, he was one of my patients.
Oh, well, yeah, you sick and you ain't getting off, so good luck.
I balanced myself on the tribal tattoo he sported on his shoulder. He winced in pain from his surgery, but I kept going.
Chad initiated the sex. In what world would anyone believe Chad would even look at me? But he did.
She's trying to change up the story now. You should have said that from the
Hospital really wants to
beginning.
settle. Give Chad a good chunk of money. The charges against you will be dropped.
And then what? I lose my job? I get branded a rapist?
That's not necessarily.
My father is an Episcopalian minister.
You should have thought about that.
The fact
He
that
was
they
your
know I
client.
had sex at all is the most humiliating thing I've ever been through. Until I was accused of this. They all think I'm a rapist, and I'm not. And I know that's hard for you to believe, especially since I lied to you, but please, don't give up on me.
We need to prove that the sex between Jolene and Chad was consensual.
But it wasn't.
We don't know that.
Jolene lied. She humiliated you in open court.
So we're going to need to prove that Chad is a worse liar.
It makes no sense not to settle this.
They have no faith in her.
Talk back to Annalise when she asks you to do something.
No.
Shut up, do your work, and find something that shows that Chad's story isn't true.
You mean slut-shame the guy?
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Millstone.
Teacher's pet, y'all.
Only because the teacher's a loser.
Oh, someone be jealous. Would you sleep with her? Bonnie? I don't know. Why would you ask me that?
Not Bonnie, our client.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Depends how many briskies I had.
Can we not talk about having sex with our clients?
Zero briskies. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I've ridden some pretty questionable strains in my day. Only if Asher Jr. wants a little rodeo action.
Oh, yeah, they call me Mr. Sex because I like to do it.
He's a weirdo.
No one wants to be on the receiving end of that.
Who are you?
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Harkness. This is Annalise's mother.
Anna
No,
Mae
clean up
Harkness.
this mess. It's like a pigsty.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, where is the home training? Huh?
Sorry to bother you.
It's okay. What is it?
The police called Rebecca in to talk about Nate.
When is she going in?
Today.
I'll tell her to stick to her story. Just answer the questions they ask. Say no more or less.
I think it'd be better if she heard that from you.
No. You know exactly how to handle her, even more so than me.
That's true.
I leave you for 1 minute. You got some boy child up in here sniffing your drawers.
Mama, can
Oh
you give
my
us a
God.
moment?
You out.
You got this. Mama, that was one of my students.
Somebody's always a student. Somebody's always the teacher.
Uh-oh.
That's how sex works best.
They have an excellent cast for every character. I
When
mean,
did you first meet Mr. Leahy?
they just
December.
casting directors
He
don't
accosted me in a corner store like some kind of a creep. Said we had a common enemy.
Did you feel Sam Keating was your enemy too?
Not at the time.
But it made sense to you that anyone else who looked guilty for Lila's murder only helped your case.
Of course, I'm not stupid.
So you and Mr. Leahy formed an agreement.
I considered it.
You think he murdered Sam Keating?
didn't say that.
That was a good answer.
Alright. The truth, he asked me to plant evidence in the house. I wouldn't do it, so he said he'd find another way. Sam's dead, so I guess he found one.
God, the plaintiff is really good looking.
You should see the woman we're defending. Not so good looking.
Some people might say the same thing about us.
What does that mean?
I mean, I practically work for this Annalise woman with all the hacking I do, and you've never once introduced me to her or any of your friends there.
Well, they're not my friends.
Every minute you're
You
not
said that a
familiar
lot.
with them, they're your friends.
Fine. I'll introduce you. But what am I supposed to tell them? That you're my maybe future boyfriend if you ever start trusting me again? Or...
You didn't tell me the rape guy's gay.
Oh,
What?
this is not looking good for that
Oh
girl.
my god.
Stare a little harder, why don't you?
Can you confirm that this is you in these photos, Mr. Manning?
Well, we can prove he's a liar.
It is.
And they're photos you posted on Humper, a gay hookup app?
Objection. Relevance?
I'm simply trying to figure out why Mr. Manning hasn't told the prosecutor or this court that he's gay.
Your Honor.
Counselors, approach the bench.
Rape shield laws prohibit mention of Mr. Manning's sexual orientation.
Mr. Manning hid a fundamental fact about himself that would have bolstered his rape charge. And if he lied about this, he could also be lying about being raped.
It's prejudicial.
The probative value outweighs any prejudicial effect.
I disagree. Who he sleeps with is irrelevant to this case. And frankly, I find it bordering on discrimination for you to bring it up. Ladies and gentlemen, please disregard Miss Winterbottom's entire line of questioning of Mr. Manning.
She's losing
You need to
bad.
settle. Tell Mr. Manning to write down a number. We'll pay him. You're out of your depth here. Get Annalise out of her sick bed, wherever the hell she is, so she can fix this.
No,
Excuse me?
we're not settling.
The hospital.
Isn't my client. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Fight the power bond.
She's scrambling.
Why are you looking up when Nate's arraignment is scheduled?
She feels guilty about this.
Stupid. When have I ever done anything stupid?
You lost the ring. That was stupid.
And you almost went entitled to the place, so...
And you helped bury a body. I would have walked out.
Yeah, that's right. Straight there.
Just go talk to her.
And you tried to
You
slap
say
up
what?
old boy's
I
mama,
have
and then
no
you embarrassed him at
idea.
the Christmas
I
party.
know
I don't
this
know,
case.
Michaela. You tell me.
Please, Mommy.
Yeah,
I
y'all
go
need
up
to
there.
settle.
She'll give me that look. And I'll start to cry and I'll have to quit. Tell me that's not true. Why'd you lie to me about Sam? I asked you to your face what happened, and you said you didn't know.
We're not doing this while you're wasting.
She told you not to tell me, right?
You blame her?
No. But it's why I can't go up there.
Yeah, she's not gonna ask for Annalise's help.
really?
I also heard he contacted that Rebecca Sutter girl to help him.
Or so she says.
What, you don't believe her?
A girl like that? Who the hell knows? All we know is she told the detectives that.
Nate tried to get her to plant evidence on Sam, and when she wouldn't, he threatened to hurt her. See, you're not the only one who knows how to use sex to get information.
Well, at least the Rebecca lie finally helps.
She didn't lie, but I told her to only answer the questions asked.
And Rebecca always does what she's told.
I'll call her right now.
See, this is why I don't do chicks.
Wes is playing Annalise's role, trying to clean everything
I
up.
just have to tell her my son Nate killed Sam. Well, Matt, I can say he killed Rudy too. You said the name was Walters?
Rudy Walters. He lived in my apartment before me.
According to this, Rudy Walters was picked up on a 5503. Disorderly conduct due to drug overdose. He was taken to Middleton Hospital and then shipped to a psychiatric hospital after that, the Enfield Behavioral Hospital.
Yeah, he's not completely trusting Rebecca. He needs to know more about her. I never really trust her. She's off.
Has arisen.
Oh.
You didn't used to drink.
Annalise drinks.
Well, those folks who
And the
work
maid
for you,
don't, but
why aren't
Annalise.
they here?
They're at trial.
Gotcha.
Mama, does it look like I can be at trial? Does it look like I can help anybody?
I'm just making talk.
It's a case about a man who says he was raped by a woman.
Oh, now that's crazy.
Why, you think women are capable of that kind of violence?
Hell no. Women? Other things, yes. But rape? Men were put on this planet to take things. You know, they take your money, they take your land, they take a woman and any other thing they can put their grabby hands on. That's men. Women, we're made to give love, to nurture, to protect, to care for. That's women. Did I say something funny?
Your definition of a woman. I mean, what have I ever nurtured? What have I ever protected, cared for, or loved?
Your job.
What have you?
Your students.
You really
Protect
want to
them.
sing this tune?
I'll do the melody if you do the harmony. How's that?
You showing your ass, Anime? You really think you're somebody? Huh? High and mighty in this fancy, rich house that I never had to...
No, Mama, all right? Let's not go round and round like this. Let's just dive right in.
Get to the good stuff.
Did you know?
Uncle Clyde is dead.
Did you know what he did to me?
He's dead. Did you hear me? And the Lord made sure he got what he deserved.
That's what she was talking about when she said, "Did you protect me?"
So you knew.
Ooh.
Anime!
My sorry-ass husband might have been a cheater in a low life, but he saw me why I am this way.
That man understood nothing.
Sam knew exactly what happened to me. The minute I stepped into his office, he said, "This thing that happened to me, what you ignore, is why I am the way I am."
Your Aunt Lynn was cut out by a first grade school teacher. Reverend Daniels got me after choir practice. The first man I worked for. Some of the men I dated, I told you, men take things. They've been taking things from women since the beginning of time. And then the reason to talk about it and get all messy everywhere, certainly no reason to go to a head shrinker for help and end up marrying him. You ain't learned nothing.
I learned anime belonged in a hand-me-down box. Go home, Mama. I don't need you.
To her, it's like, this happened to all women. And we don't need to talk about it because it happened to everybody. That's like her ideology. But no, people do need to talk about the traumatic things that happened to them. They need to work through them.
I kept thinking if Manning's getting raped to get a payout, maybe he's tried this before. Maybe even with other hospital personnel. And when I found his visitor's log, look at this. He didn't go to the doctor's office all the time he visited. He went to the legal floor.
That makes no sense. Why would he visit the hospital's lawyers when he's making a case against one of their employees?
It does make sense. Your hacker boy at home? Tell him we need his help.
Are you sure this is going to work?
No, but we'll both feel really awesome if it does.
All rise. Miss Winterbottom, I understand your client is interested in reaching a plea deal?
Yes, my client pleads no contest to a reduced charge of assault, which will be wiped from her record upon payment of restitution.
Miss Winthrop?
Mr. Manning has already agreed.
True, but because my client's employer will be paying the restitution costs, I wanted the hospital's lawyer to go on record in your courtroom agreeing to that.
Is the lawyer here?
David Tucker from Middleton Hospital, Your Honor. We go on record as having agreed to financial terms of settlement in the amount of $500,000.
You're very lucky someone else has picked up this tab, Miss Samuels. Court adjourned.
Actually, I'd like to alert the court to the fact that by agreeing to these terms, Mr. Tucker has just gone on record to paying himself half of that $500,000.
I'm not following.
I recently discovered that Mr. Tucker and Mr. Manning here are lovers. Here are emails between Mr. Manning and Mr. Tucker where they've shared intimate photos of one another as well as affectionate language.
These are my private emails, Your Honor.
As the hospital's attorney, Mr. Tucker had inside knowledge as to which cases would force the hospital to pay out big, including a salacious rape charge.
Slander.
They chose my client, knowing she was timid and would make an easy mark.
Bonnie just struck back.
That these two men set up Miss Samuels for rape.
But they did set up a joint bank account in Mykonos. Restitution of this size should last them quite a while over there.
Miss Winthrop, don't you think a motion is in order here?
We would like to file a motion to dismiss the charges against Ms. Samuels.
Look at that. Bonnie just struck back. And that's why you never give up, y'all.
Ever think about changing your name from Winterbottom to Ice Cold? Because that was balls
Change
out.
it to winter is coming, baby.
I mean,
You just had to let it cook.
Ollie leans back on the ropes, Foreman
Connor's
tires
boyfriend
himself
really
out.
came
As
through
soon
on
as
that
he's
one.
spent, Ollie comes back to life and just...
Look at that. Look, she's so happy.
Why did you drag us all here again? And please don't tell me we're celebrating Nate going to jail for us.
Oliver wanted to meet you guys.
Your boyfriend knows who we are?
No, and he's not my boyfriend, but I do like him and would like to get laid by him, so everyone be on their best behavior.
Yeah, they're about to act up because you always be acting up.
What? I had to tell Oliver that I was an addict, so he wouldn't know that we killed Sam. So just play along unless you want to go to jail.
Okay, hey.
Just drop that bombshell right at the last second.
In Hawaii, where are all the lays?
Oliver, meet Michaela, Laurel, and Wes. Guys, please don't humiliate me.
Oh,
Them all pretending to be friends is so funny.
seriously, Oliver, you're all he ever talks about. Blah, blah, Oliver, blah.
Stop it. No, he doesn't.
And seriously, about his little drug problem thing, don't worry. We're all doing our part, keeping him honest.
They're so petty.
And when it comes to conversation,
She's been waiting to fight back.
It's like 300 pages.
Because he always digging at her.
Working on us this morning, so I'm gonna be here all night. I'll call you in the morning.
The library lie? I use that one on Con sometimes too. Is it the nightmares?
Rebecca lied to me.
What you found out about Rudy?
Rudy, the guy who lived in my part. I got his arrest report today. She said he had a nervous breakdown. It actually was a drug overdose. Like she put him in a mental institution.
Maybe she didn't know that.
Maybe. The night it all happened, it was the same night Lila was murdered.
Oh.
You think Rudy had something to do with Lila's murder?
I don't know.
Sam killed Lila. Wes.
That's what I was worried about.
What if I was wrong?
You weren't.
What if I...
If Sam didn't actually do it and
we did?
And y'all could never say anything because she knows y'all's secret.
It was his own fault.
Nate's in jail now. And what we're doing to him is... What if I was wrong about it the whole time?
That's what I was worried about, y'all.
I'll be leaving in the morning. Shh. Come on, baby. Come on. Let me at your hair. Your kitchen is tight. Come on now. Where's your coat? I bought that house over off Peachtree when I was pregnant with you. I was so proud of that house. Wasn't much, but it was mine. Built a porch wing and tended a little garden that was just right out front. And one winter, Uncle Clyde came by and said he needed a place to stay. Just till he got on his feet, he said, "Can't turn your back on your family." And then one day, I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know what it was. I just woke up. I walked down the hall to look in on you. And he came out of your room and I knew what he had done. He was a big man. Looked his liquor and his hooch. Smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day. Was always sticking up the house with cigarette smoke. All the time he would just fall asleep on the couch, a cigarette hanging out his mouth. I'll go by, I'll put it out.
Probably had the house caught on fire.
And one night, not too long after, he fell asleep on the couch, drunk as a skunk. That cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
She didn't put it out.
I got you and your brothers and sisters out of bed and we went over to Aunt Mabel to sleep. And that night, that house that I loved so much burned to the ground. And your Uncle Clyde burned right with it.
She protected y'all. She just didn't tell you.
Oh, I know how you've been torturing yourself about what went on here, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe
Don't
you
mess
just
with
hooked
her.
you real bad. I don't know. And don't much care if you did. I know if you did, you had your reason. Because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Even if all you got is a long match and a very flammable hooch.
Don't mess with Mama or her little birds. I'm sure that makes him at least feel a bit better. Because she went all this time thinking her mama didn't protect her.
I'm really proud of you. You didn't have one drink, and we were at a bar.
Told you, you don't need to worry about me anymore. None of that, Bruce.
No, we've waited long enough. I want to be boyfriends again. And I want you to take all this off.
I want this, and you.
Now, Connor being respectful.
I really do. When you're sober,
Sleep tight.
Love you.
We don't have our parents and our grandmother. She didn't want to worry me. She just thought he was really swamped with school. And Rudy's always been very private. We're not that close. But when I didn't hear from him over the holidays, that's when I told my husband he had to come straight away. The police told us he was here.
We require our guests to show identification.
Yikes.
I would love
Of course.
So it's gonna be on record that we was here. Unless y'all got fake IDs. And she do.
Let's go find your brother.
Not her prepared.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have did that too. Cause it's,
They would have already known you gotta show ID. Makes sense. Pretty intelligent people.
Shouldn't you be in class, Miss Pratt?
I didn't know if you'd be able to make it. So I came so I could report everything that happened.
Bull.
She's like, you know you can't lie to me. Come on now, you know better.
How are we supposed to be okay with this? He's innocent and black.
Injustices happen in courtrooms every day in this country. You never bat an eye. The only difference here is you think you had a direct hand in this one. That's me. Which means it's my job to fix it. I'll go before anyone sees you.
All right.
And at least put a good wig on. She said, I'm ready today.
Guess what, young man? You have visitors.
Rudy, so great to see you.
What happened to him?
Some trauma, genetics, drugs, combo of all. You never really know.
Wes,
Scratches.
Liar. Pleading not guilty, pretending you didn't do this.
Raving widow. Really? You need to come up with a more original way to play this.
You think I did this to you? How stupid would I have to be?
That's enough. I think I'd fall for it. You had Frank plant the ring in the woods.
Is it your ego? Is that why you did this? Because you got fired looking into Sam? Or was it for me? Because you love me so much so you hated the idea of any other man having me? Either way, thank you. That bastard deserved a grave.
But now he don't know which way to take this. But he knows she did it.
how about when the police came?
Okay.
Do you remember
She's
why
trying to
they
help
came
him.
to get?
Okay.
Were you with anyone? Someone you were doing drugs with, maybe? Is that why you got upset?
What about this? You know her, right?
Stop.
Was she with you that night? Did you do drugs?
Start to freak out.
What did you say?
What?
What?
The water tank.
A woman's body was found inside the Kappa Theta house.
Oh! Not tracking his phone. She knows she caught. I'd never trusted her. I never trusted her.
Wait a minute.
I don't care. I'm giving myself credit. I never trusted her. Never trusted her. No good lying
Rainy,
son of
did
a.
you see that? Did you see that? Come here.
Okay, so what we do now is he said wet, which, you know, alludes to us thinking it's the water tank. Now, you know, this show is pretty good about throwing twists in there and making things seem one way and they're not. That's how we're here in the situation, obviously, because it really did look like Sam did it. But I always knew something was off with Lila, and I used to call her in the early episodes, like, her personality is weird. She doesn't react the way other people react. And yeah, you can say she's weird, but there's usually a reason for that.
Yeah, usually when people just react emotionless to situations that goes on, either they really just don't have any reaction, any face muscles or something, or they got something going on.
The only thing about her that I gotta give her credit for is we've seen her feel
Really
guilty and want to confess. And then at a point she was gonna let herself go down for it. Remember when she was arrested and she didn't want a lawyer? So maybe she was content with what she did, but then she realized, okay, maybe I can get away with this. Maybe at first she thought there was no hope. So it's just a little flip-floppy. Like, why give up on yourself, then now have all this confidence, and then now you run the risk of getting caught. I don't know, because you let the situation escalate so much. I don't know. Maybe because she just was like, I got away with it, it's good. And I don't know. But like I said, even if they find out she did it, there's no way to take her down without her being able to take them down. Mutually assured destruction. She was there that night, and she knows where she knows probably just about everything. So, and she's a direct witness to Wes murdering Sam. So, it's messy because if Sam didn't do it, they're gonna all feel extremely guilty, which is what I was saying episodes ago. That if he didn't do it, this is gonna be really bad. And look at Michaela; she's already on this case because she's like, I feel bad that we did this to Nate. Like, we don't do this to black people. Like, black people doing this to black people is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
to anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
to anybody,
mostly
but
black.
you know, it happens to black people, minorities a lot. So it's just, yeah, it's wild. But Annalise was already on top of it, so she had a plan. She went in, you know, she knew she was being recorded, said what she needed to say, passed him a note, said, fire your lawyer, call this number. So I don't know who that's gonna be. Interesting play, but Annalise got together. She had to take a moment and reset. Her mama came, put her back together, combed her hair, fixed her some food, took the trip down memory lane. They lashed out, they drank. Well, Anna Mae drank. And yeah, we found out some things about Annalise and her past and her mama's past. It was a really well written, well acted, everything. Like, they did an amazing job with this episode. And yeah, now here we are. Annalise is put back together. She put Anna Mae back in the hand-me-down box and said, all right, mama, thank you. But yeah, I gotta go. Well, I don't know if her mama gonna leave or not, but it was a good episode. Bonnie showed her butt in court. She messed up, she slipped up, but she hung in there. She endured a bit, and she came back and won that case, and that girl truly was innocent. It's so hard to tell, though, when the episode starts and they're giving us this crazy story. It's hard to tell, and you don't want to, like, go, yeah, woo, like, you know, rooting for him or getting upset for him because you really don't know. So it's like we almost have to stay impartial till we find out the facts, because if we go defending somebody that don't need to really be defended.
The only person who, like, you could obviously tell who is, like, innocent was that one, what's it called, with the feds, and it was like, the black dude who got put in prison. And
oh yeah, that was a different type of case. He was wrongfully imprisoned.
Yeah, that and the mafia one.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
Yeah, but yeah, it really highlights the things people will do. You really got to find the connections between people. That's how you expose these cases. There's always more than one person involved in the case. In this instance, it was the lawyer for the hospital, and then the victim. Who wasn't really the victim, he was a perpetrator, and they were gonna take this young woman down, and that's crazy. And she's like, no, she's like, this is my life y'all playing with. Like, I need you to believe me, I lied. And like Annalise taught us, everybody lies, whether it's for a good reason or a bad reason. You know what I mean? Like, people don't always have full trust in their lawyers either, so they are withhold the truth.
And after the first time, he was like, that's why you should sign her guilty. Honestly.
Well, I was like, okay, and like.
But I feel like she could have played it off, and she was like, that's why you should find her guilty of not lying.
I don't even know if that. All she could do was correct herself.
I don't know. Tell me if I would have played it off like that and it would have worked. Just tell me off, because I don't know. I feel like she could have did that.
Or she could have said guilty of being a victim. I don't know. She could have. I mean, maybe there was a way, but she didn't come up with one. She just corrected herself. But she needs more practice in the court.
It took me a long time to come up with that, because I didn't come up with that until like 30 minutes after.
But Bonnie got a win. But the beef between Annalise and Bonnie is heating up. She knows the truth just about now, and you know, I don't know. They're not seeing eye to eye. And really, Bonnie has not done anything wrong.
Yeah.
She hasn't.
And I don't see anything that's like something happened in the past. No,
I'm not seeing that either. It's just we all happened to think that her and Sam had a thing, and they didn't. It was just a case of jealousy. But Bonnie has proven at every point that she's trustworthy, that, you know, she's going to do the right thing. She's honest. She comes to Annalise about everything. see that she did anything wrong.
Yeah, I know she's gonna treat her better next time they talk.
I think that eventually they'll get to an apology. I think Bonnie's gonna really come through in another moment. I think she's gonna have a good, I don't know, a good part to play. But that's all I got for this one. So, well, thank you guys for watching. Of course, you want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the page up for more.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.